What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be upgrading my infotainment center on my 2016 F150 so that way we can get Apple CarPlay. And if you have an F150 2016 model, this is a well-needed upgrade. Let's go ahead and get started. So starting out with the part number, here is the part number. I got it from my local dealership, which I highly recommend, so you know the quality is good and whatnot. I will leave this part number in the description below, but that part number is the one that worked for mine. I have already done it, so I just want to walk you guys through the ropes. I've disconnected everything and exactly tell you what you need to do, and some people what they may need to look out for, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in on the passenger side here, be a little easier. All right, so first thing you want to do, go to general in your settings. Once you have the vehicle turned, key on, engine off, scroll down and about my sync. Now you can see here that it says sync 3 software version 2.0, gives your VIN information and all that good stuff. Now for me, that 2.0 version has worked, and it will work if you just swap out that part that I showed you earlier. Get that part number, and once you unwrap it, it looks exactly like this. Comes in like a pink bag or whatever. It may look a little different to you guys, depending on how your dealership bags it up and whatnot. Part number will be on there. Looks pretty much the same, but this is a different module than what you currently have, which that's preventing you from getting Apple CarPlay. It's as simple as that. That part cost me $50, so it wasn't a lot, but this is such a simple modification that you can do to your F-150, and it is night and day. I use Apple CarPlay so much. I use the navigation on it, the whole 9 yards, Google Maps and all that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see exactly what you need to do. This installation should only take you maybe about 5 minutes or so. Pretty straightforward. So once you have verified that you have version 2.0 or higher, it should theoretically work. Now, stay tuned because I will tell you a little bit what you need to do if it doesn't work. Now, this module down here does not have Apple CarPlay. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to take it apart or take it out of this dash in order to replace it with the new module. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always like to see the part that we're replacing it with because it will give you some details as far as the clips and where they are. Now, primarily what we can do is we can push these clips in on each side of this module here, like so. And that should be able to pop it right outside of the dash there. Now, the tools that I'll be using for this will be either one of these screwdrivers here, a small like pocket regular size screwdriver, or one of your like real tiny glass version screwdrivers so you can get in. Now, you can also spend a little extra and get one of those plastic kind of bumper screwdrivers, so that way you don't have to mess up the plastic in here. I'm not going to do that. Of course, my goal is to do this as cheap as possible. Yeah, they're only going to cost maybe like a few bucks or so, but I'm going to use this blue rag to put behind this screwdriver or whichever one I'm going to use, so that way it doesn't scratch all that plastic in there. So just in case, if you have the key on, engine off, go ahead and turn that off just to make sure that we're not going to harm the system in any way, shape, or form by just unplugging it while it's active. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this, just the end of this towel, so I can get in on the most easiest sides and try and find that clip that's holding it in there. You do have to use a little bit of force to get it deep down in there. And boom, it just popped up like so. So I actually don't even have to worry about this side. Both sides popped up. I don't know if you can see that in there. So it just pops out like that. And then you'll have 2 wires in the back there. 2 harnesses in the back there. Just clip this side, apply a little pressure, remove that. This gray clip here that you see, there's a little tab right here that you will have to push down if you're holding it up like I am, and see how that just easily clipped out, and voila, the old one is out. So right after you get that old one out, obviously grab your new module that you have and go ahead and plug it back in. It's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have the new module here, have the connectors there and connector there. So I'm just gonna go ahead, either which way is fine. You can start with the black one, clip that back in, and that gray one there is a little shorter, but you do have to clip it right up top there, like so. Then just carefully push it back into that dash, and boom, clip back in so easily. Now what you can do is you can leave it out. I would recommend leaving it out a little bit before, so that way you can just turn on your ignition and see if it works in case you have to return it or take it back out in any way. But in this case, I know that it does work because I have already tried it. So let's go ahead and turn the key on, engine off. All right, so I'm on the passenger side, obviously. I found it a little easier to be on the passenger side. Wait for it to illuminate and wait for it to load. Now, this may take a little while to load since it is a new module, and it doesn't really look any different, but one thing that you will notice is on that second page, it's Apple CarPlay preferences. So that's a good sign already. Go ahead and take your USB and just go ahead and do one USB for right now. We don't want to confuse the module and just until we figure out what works and what doesn't. So go ahead and plug in your iPhone charger. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plug in my phone like so, and let's see what happens. See, it popped up right away? That's pretty fast. And now we have Apple CarPlay, just like that. Go down, and you can all customize this as well. And just like that, guys, with a few steps, you do have Apple CarPlay. It's so easy. Few steps or so, and it just changes the whole layout on that F-150. So I'm happy with my purchase, and I'm happy to be using it 100% of the time. It's just a cool feature that cars and technology has advanced to utilize while driving and everything, especially if you listen to like Spotify or you saw a Waze app. If you don't like Google Maps, you like Waze better, it is compatible with all that as well. I really hope that this video was beneficial for someone looking to upgrade and wanting a little bit more out of their infotainment center. Let me know in the comments below if you have any further questions pertaining to how you can actually get this update. If this doesn't work for you, or if you have a 2.0 version, let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do a video of how to get it still by getting a USB drive, at least 2 gigabytes or more, so that way you can go online to Ford company itself. I believe it's My Ford Owner or something like that, don't quote me, and you can actually electronically update the infotainment center before you start this. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Peace, be safe.